So you're low carb and you go into your pantry and you see, oh, there's a bag of almonds. Why not have a little snack? They fit my macros. I'm high fat. This is fine. Is it? No. So I'm on a meat-based diet, feeling fantastic, very satiated. I'm eating high protein, but also high fat, probably 60 to 70-ish% fat. Just lots of fat, lots of fatty meat and the flax oil on there. And I feel very satiated. I don't have much body fat. I feel lean, shredded, and strong, and fun, and happy, and energized, and everything's great. So I take a look into my fridge. As a vegan, I bought all these nuts. I still have probably 10 pounds of macadamia nuts in my fridge. A bunch of cashews, almonds, pumpkin seeds. And so those cashews were calling me one night. I don't know why, but I just took one. Maybe 3. Put them in my mouth, bit them, chewed them, and I could not believe how much more of them I ate. I could not stop eating them. So this is number 1 reason why I don't eat nuts, is I can't stop eating them ever. You will never reach satiation. I remember before going carnivore in Thailand, I was doing like a very basic carnivore diet, vegan, almonds and broccoli. And I was just shocked at how much I would eat and never feel full, never feel like I wanted to stop eating. But like so much was in my gut and I was like, how am I going to digest that now? Impossible. So like nuts, they never have the signal to say, hey, you've had enough. You know why? Because nuts aren't meant to be eaten. They just want to go through you and be planted someday. So they're just like, keep eating us. Spread us all over your village. No, I'm not going to work for you, nuts. I'm done. The funny thing is, as I'm eating these cashews, and I eat like way too many, probably about, I would have to estimate 1,000 calories worth after my meat meal, by the way. I was like pretty satisfied, but I just went for a little snack, sorry. And so like after eating that, I was like, wow, what an observation. I just can't stop eating nuts. Better not eat those. The next day, all I could think about was the cashews that I'm definitely going to eat again, because there was more in my fridge. So I'm like, should I do that? No. So I ate my meat meal again, quite satisfied, but I was like, I couldn't stop. So I just, boom, ate a bunch, way too much again. And then the next day, I knew that I had just enough for one giant meal. It was about 100 grams, about 550 calories worth of cashew hell. I was like, I'm just gonna do it again. They're giving me some gas. When I release them into the earth, I see them still, just little bits of undigested nuts. Did I absorb any segment of those oils? I doubt it. I cannot fathom why this food exists. For years, I tried to do a high-fat vegan diet, and it was always like nut-based or seed-based. Whatever it was, sunflower seeds, the flax oils, almond coconut yogurt, Lou Corona stuff. That guy, I trust that it works for him, and I trust that lots of people have healed doing his stuff. But he knows himself that nuts are not easy to digest at all. And that brings us to the second reason, is they're impossible to digest. He goes through so much. Why are you touching me, plant? Yeah. Not only will he soak them for 24 hours, rinsing that water 3 to 4 times. Do you know how much that would cost me? I make my own distilled water. That's like a gallon of water easily. I would have to be constantly making water just to soak the enzyme inhibitors out of those almonds. Where does he get the water? And growing almonds takes so much water. Like, there's not enough water to sustain the rest of Lou's life, let alone a bunch of us following his diet. I got a little sidetracked there. So he soaks them overnight. Then he blends them So completely pulverizing them with an unnatural blender, and then adding his probiotics, which give me gas on their own, by the way, with the FOS in there, the freaking fructooligosaccharides. And then he ferments them for like 4 hours, and then he'll often blend it again into another thing with other things that help, like garlic and ginger, and blending it into a dressing. And then like throughout the day, he's having green juices to help flush out the nuts from the night before, and smoothies, and it's just like a full-time job. I don't understand how that is the source. Like, congratulations to him for finding an alternative to meat where it's like high in protein, but even then, he said himself he added protein powder to his almond yogurts, and then he felt an increase in strength massively. So it's like it wasn't a complete food. He needed a processed vegan protein powder, which isn't raw, can't be raw. It's like enzymatically driven, and like, I don't know how they do it. I'll be honest with you, but when he was asked, is your protein powder raw? He said it's living, because he's added enzymes to it. He danced around the question of whether it was actually started out raw. So I conclude that it's not, and they're hard to digest.
A lot of people say, oh, protein powders aren't raw. Mm-hmm. So what would you reply to that when they say that?
Well, because they were able to take the protein from the hemp seeds and the what do you call it, the pea protein, mm-hmm. and enzyme enhance it. So it simulates like a raw complex, mm-hmm. because of, that's what we call it, raw live protein, because mm-hmm. It's just the seeds, but also because of that enzyme enhancement, it's considered a live food.
When I was eating that almond and broccoli diet in Thailand for a few days, I'm like, man, this sucks. I was watching a video while eating the almonds, and this guy was saying like, yeah, the problem with nuts on a keto diet is just like they'll never satisfy you. I was like, eating forever. I'm like, no. He's like, try overeating steak, like it'll never happen. I'm like, I'm vegan. I'm never gonna do that. It really is true. It's just you get the nutrients, your body says no longer needed, and then you stop. And it's like so fantastic, and I just feel so good without gorging on the fats, the rendered like tallow. That's what I was doing. That was my problem on the carnivore diet, being afraid of protein. And so I was overeating the fats, and I was nauseous and tired. And now that I'm not doing that, I feel like skyrocket health is coming to me, and nuts are not a part of that. So nuts are like the dumbest food. If you have food addictions and like you find it hard to stay away from certain things, nuts are probably not something you should have in your house, let alone your city. I can't have them near me. Like just yesterday, I had an apple after my carnivore meal. That led to 2 more apples after. It's just the sugar, there's something about, I can't with you plants. You're so fun and delicious, and I would love to eat nothing but you. But hot damn, I can't do it. It's just addictive personalities come out. Maybe you can control it. Maybe you can have your handful of nuts and then you move on and you don't think about food. But all I know is I was not hungry at all until I ate those cashews. And now like I'm rebounded and I have to recover to get back to what I was by eliminating plants, and then maybe I can feel the satiation from just meat again, and then I won't be thinking about food all the time. I still have 2 apples in my fridge, and I'm definitely going to probably eat them tonight. And they're already lumpy and weird. They're wrinkly, they're old, and I'll still eat them. There's bitter parts to it, and I still ate it. It's funny, I'm the only skinny person who's fit, but also has food addictions. Like, I have a fat person's mind. I feel you. I feel you. I can't do it. Certain foods just, you cannot be in my house or I will eat you. So, I sound like a monster. It's just food. It's dead. It's not living food, of course. I'm gonna leave. Do you agree, though? Nuts? Just no thanks. I just overeat them. I can't, and I don't digest them well. Nothing works about them. No matter how you prepare them. Soak them, roast them, frickin' blend them. Nah, man. I don't know why they're here. For squirrels. A food can exist on the planet. It doesn't have to be for humans. Squirrels love nuts and they digest them just fine. Why can't it just be for them? Leave them. Leave them be. Why do you want to kill squirrels, you bunch of walnut producers? I'm going to leave. Do you agree with something I said? Thumbs down if you sit on oranges. Doesn't even sound comfortable. The juices will get onto your pants and stain them. They're lumpy. It was dumb. I'll leave on a high note. Subscribe for more videos. I'll see you next.